Now, one thing you want to take note of is after selecting your pair, this is CHF right? You want to choose either 5 minutes or 15 minutes. If you're going to be looking at just taking a short scalp trade. By scalp trade, I mean trades that is just going to be ending like within an hour, right? Then the trade has been concluded. But if you're looking to have that trade running into the next day, then you're going to be looking at maybe 4 hours or the likes. Now, I'm going to be teaching you what I do, right? So I always look at 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So now on 5 minutes, what is trendwave saying on a particular pair? So let's say I'm going to be going with, for example, I'm more of an indices person, right? So I'm just going to choose indices pair, right? So this is my favorite pair. And guys, I trade US 30 between the hours of 1 to 3 p.m., right? So let's say you joined the US 30 2 p.m. session and you traded with everybody and you made money with the US 30 session, right? Or regardless, let me just use any pair. So we'll not just limit ourselves to US 30 since we already have a session for that. So let's do Euro card. So not done exit 4. Okay, so it's massively selling. So let's say this is Euro card on 5 minutes, right? So if you can't see, you can zoom into your phone, right? Just put your two fingers together on your phone screen and expand into it so you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to just limit your eyes. Just zoom into your phone screen. So guys, I've selected 5. Remember what I said, 5 minutes. Any pair you want to go on, 5 minutes, right? Then after you select that, right? What is trendwave saying? It's calling a short, right? As you can see, this trade has already done almost all the TP into TP5, right? So I'm going to go to Killshot. Should we look for a fresh trade? We'll still pick another one. Don't worry, guys. So on 5 minutes, it's saying down, 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 down. On 5 minutes, it's saying down, 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 down. On 1 minute, it's saying below, below, below. And it has a good volume, right? So when you go to Killshot, you are not just looking for the 1 minute, 5 minutes and 15 minutes to say down and POC to say below, POC and price to say below. No, you're also looking at the volume. So if this says low volume, you don't have any business taking the trade. Now this volume says it's good, right? So what do you do? I'm looking for an extra layer of confirmation. So I'm just going to go and check Sniper Pro. I'm trying to open another tab so that I don't just exit this. So I'm gonna go and check Sniper Pro. Right, these are our scanners. So what is Sniper Pro saying on the pair? What the pair we are on is Euro card, right? So what is Sniper Pro saying on Euro card? So we have Euro card on 5 minutes. So Sniper is telling me that it's bullish, right? But it's pulling back, right? So when you see something like pulling back, if bullish means buy, right? And it's saying that this buy is pulling back and is very weak. So when something is pulling back, it means that it's selling. It's supposed to buy, but it's pulling back, meaning it's selling, right? And the buy is very weak. it means that he's trying to tell me that this, if you're gonna go in for a buy, is a no, right? Remember, all of the two scanners already confirmed it for a sell, right? It also indicated some up, right? But the up is just few, which means that it's not a strong buy, it's mostly selling, right? That was what Killshot and Trendwave told us, right? They told us for a sell on 5 minutes, right? So it means that whatever buy that wants to happen, it might happen soon, but as of now, that buy is a weak buy and is selling, right? So it's like Sniper Pro is like saying, oh, this thing is pulling back, right? Which it says bullish, which is buy, but it's pulling back at the moment, which means that it's selling currently and it's on neutral. The buy is neutral. That means it's not strong or it's not weak, but it's currently pulling back, meaning as of now, instead of it to buy, it's currently selling, which tells us that okay, trend wave, right, and Q shots have like they are correct, right? So now that I know that on 5 minutes, almost all the on trend wave, almost all the parameters has been hit, right? Am I still going to take this trade? No. Why? Because I have several other pairs. Why do I now want to force this one to, I want to do TTP5? No. I'm just going to look out for another pair, right? That is just starting out so that it can give me what I want. Okay, look at this card CHF, right? It's getting to the entry, and let's go and see it on 5 minutes. Right, so this is card CHF on 5 minutes, right? It's saying long, and then I go to Q shots to confirm, right? I just want to use two different tabs, right? So Q shot says, now guys, on 5 minutes, on 5 minutes, what is Q shot telling me? It says, well, down, below, this up, that trend wave called, which that's the buy. The buy trend wave called, the buy did not enter, because if you look at Q shots, it's telling us what on 5 minutes. We're working with 5 minutes. It says what? Up, down. There's still some sell guys in there, but the volume is good. So two things: you just chill and then for a few minutes and come back, because it looks like the buyers are coming in, but the sellers are more than the buys. One thing you need to understand about the market is like two top executives, or I like to say Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are coming. And imagine if Elon Musk says, okay, I want the market to sell. The market is buying, but Elon Musk is coming and says, guys, I want this market to sell. And he starts pumping in funds to push the trend of the market his way. Now we're seeing the reading. We're like, oh, this isn't supposed to buy, but he's selling. Why is he selling? Because somebody is there trying to change the trend, and you don't want to be caught up in the middle. So that's why you have different confirmations to always check again and say, oh, okay, is this real? Am I good to go in? Right? As you can see, the buyers are in, but the sellers are more. Right? It's the buyers are in here. So for you to take this, you just have to exercise a bit of patience, because the sellers are still in there. The sellers are still in there trying to do one or two, right? Trying to do one or two. So once you can confirm a buy on 15 minutes, right, and 30 minutes, plus the volume, right, that is good, you are good to take that buy. And you come to Sniper Pro, right? And you check Sniper Pro on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes rather, and it's telling you, can you see what Sniper Pro is saying? Sniper Pro is saying bearish, but the bearish means sell, but the sell is weak. It means that those sellers, they're not strong, meaning it's actually gonna buy, right? This because the sellers are not strong. Because tr- trendwave called a buy. Killshot is saying that yeah, the buyers are here, but sellers are also here, but we need more buyers to take their foothold, right? Now trendwave now Sniper Pro is telling you that this is bearish, right? Means the sellers are in here, but it's pulling back because the buyers are trying to take their foothold, making the sell a weak sell. Now, what are you looking out for in Sniper Pro for you to take this trade? When you come to Sniper Pro, you want to be looking at what? Strong or very strong, right? So now it's called a what? Trend wave called a sell, a right, a buy rather. Trend wave called a buy, right? Trend wave called a buy. Even Killshot is telling us that yes, so buyers are here, oh, right? But sellers are here too. So we will now go to Sniper Pro to say, oh, we want to know who has more foothold in this on this stake, on this trade, right? Now, Sniper Pro is telling you, remember 5 minutes, so always be conscious. Sniper Pro is telling you that, oh, the sellers are in here, but they are weak, meaning the buyers are gaining momentum, right? But because you don't just want to rush in, you want to be very sure of what is going on. Now, what are you supposed to look out for that makes you know that okay, I can go in now? You want to make sure that this bearish is not saying bearish, it's saying bullish, which is buy, bullish, right? And it's going to be blue. The trend is not supposed to say consolidating or pulling back. The trend is supposed to either say strong or very strong, right? So if I want to wait for this trade now, I can now decide to like set a buy limit and reduce my risk because I want to wait for the trade. Or better still, right? Look at trading view here. Just click on trading view and set an alarm on that entry that um you can't use here, is on the entry that trendwave gave, right? Because you have to go here, select your 5 minutes, because you want to wait for the trade, and you don't want the market to leave you, right? Well, what pair were we on, guys? I don't want this thing to change. Okay, cat CHF. So, right, can you see, guys? The buyers are gaining momentum, but it's slow, and you don't want the pair to leave. So, two things I do: you just go to click on here to trading view. When it takes you to trading view, you can now decide to on that entry that trend wave gave you. What's the entry? 0.5 what. So these are zones. I'm not going to put mine exactly 0.58644. I can aim at 0.58679 because I want it to have go into the trade properly. So on my trading view, and I'm looking at 0.58 something something, right? So that's what I'm aiming for. I set an alert, right? Can you see it said add alert on DHF at this thing? I'll not add an alert. And TradingView has an app on your phone. So you can literally just do this on your phone. Once it gets there, it will just alert you. So you can now go and check your scanner and say, okay, is this thing at that zone? It saves you the fact that I'm jumping in. And two, if the buyers have gained momentum, it would have gotten there and alerted you that, okay, right, is good, let's check this trade out. So you want to now check it. Okay, what Sniper Pro now saying? Is Sniper Pro now trending strong or very strong? If it is trending very strong or strong, and bullish, not pulling back, not weak, not very weak, not neutral, I can go in with my full chest. Now, that's why you find some people on their trend wave, they take the trade just gives some small profit and start going back into loss. It's not that because it's going to go back into loss, it's because at that moment, those buyers have not gained the momentum they're supposed to have, and you just jumped into the market. So you want to be sure that, okay, oh, their momentum is, it reached ground, as Nigerians would say, like stand gidigba, like you're like at least 80 to 90% sure that, okay, the buyers have gained the proper momentum they need to gain. So, like, these are just what you need to just look out for. And it's super easy because imagine CAT CHF is not ready. I can just say, okay, let me check BTC, right? And know what BTC is saying. So this is what you just have to look out for in the different pairs. There's no way you will not see one particular pair now what that will give you what you want. And you don't need to take like so many pairs. You just need 3 pairs to trade every day, right? If you add 3 pairs plus your copy trading, like, you'll be smashing your trading every day. You'll be smashing your trading every day. If you take one from the copy and paste or two from there, you take one from the scanner, you don't need to do too much. Your goal is just 10% daily. From that, you grow and compound. Do you know somebody with a 500 pounds account, if they compound at 10% daily, in 90 days, they've made well over 14K. Let's say I had losses. So let's divide 14K divided by 2. That's the 7,000 pounds. I don't think some people have 7,000 pounds in somewhere chilling at the end of just 90 days. Not many people can boast of that. I stay in the UK, so I know what's obtainable. Right? So these are the little ways that you can just use to multiply your income. I'm just going to pause now so I can take questions.
David, do you have any question?
Yeah,
Sarah,
I
any
wanted to ask,
question?
if it's just the 5 minutes time frame that can be used in
If
the
you if
in
you
the
if you attend if you started the call from the beginning, I spoke about if for the type of person that you are, right? If you're somebody that wants to take long hours trade, you can use a different hour. But if you're someone who just wants to take short-term trades, you can work with 5 minutes and 15 minutes. And I spoke about me teaching you what I do, right? So
yeah.
I did the essence of this is not to give you the general, no, it's what I do to stay profitable. That is what I'm teaching, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let me just quickly um so you now, for example, we have people who want to like swing to like the next day because they want to do to like TP5, right? So they'll be looking at long hours, right? They'll be looking at long hours. They are not looking at TP exit 1 or exit 2. They are looking at exit 5. So when they're those ones, they want to check the parameters. They're not really checking at 5 minutes. They are checking 4 hours, 4 hour time frame daily. What the market is saying for that day, what the trend is. Do you understand? Because why? They just want to like place the trade and forget about it,
Okay, ma'am.
right? But me, I just want to that my 20 minutes window, 1 hour window I have after I'm back from work or before work. I want to pull out some money. So I'm not going to be that person looking at 4 hours or daily. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let me just walk through the copy and paste because only the copy and paste alone is supposed to be able to give you your 10%. But I see that some persons um don't know how to interpret it effectively. So I'm just going to share my screen and just walk through that on the Jifu Connect app. So, guys, one thing you want to understand, I want to believe that we all have this, but let me just give you an insider's gist. If you don't have this mighty app, download it and sign in using your GFU information, right? This app was put together by our top coaches to make sure that everybody stays profitable, right? Look at here, it says customer portal. Once you click on it, right, you click on customer guide getting started, right? I want to believe that most people should have been here before, right? Guys, if you come here, can you see masterclass week replay with the people, the educators, the experts who created the scanners? They did a 3 days, 5 days masterclass teaching about the scanners, right? So now I don't expect somebody that is new to understand everything in a week, right? Or sometimes 2 weeks. Some people learning differs for different people. That's why there are easier ways to, like, just like I'm teaching you, right? That every beginner can just duplicate and start earning for themselves. So now, as you make your money, come to this masterclass. Once you hit your daily targets, like many people make their daily target, but you're wondering, why is this person still in the market? You've done your 10%, you've done your 15%. What are you still doing in the market? That they drop a trade idea doesn't mean that you should still take it. If you personally, you have a target and you are done. Somebody is just coming from somewhere and has not traded that day. That person, that's who the trade idea that was dropped is for. You that made your daily target, leave the market. It's a get money every day, right? Pull out your funds every. That's how to stay profitable. Somebody that wants to take all the old trade, I'm sorry for you, your account will tell you. Now, look at this. I just had to quickly show you. It says Sniper Pro by John. These are the people that created the scanners themselves. So they did a masterclass showing you how to use it. Now, I don't expect you to understand this thing once, but I'm showing you that from time to time you can come back here and expand your knowledge. That's what I do. I don't just limit myself to, I expand, I'm growing, I'm expanding, because this is a skill set that once I master it, guys, just leave it. let's do, so now let's come to the channels, right? So guys, did you see they've added extra crypto this thing for us? So this is now crypto exchange ideas for meme coins, right? For people who are going to be making, this is another way to invest. I'm so excited, and because all the money somebody's making, we need to be multiplying it via crypto very fast. So let's come to this premium FX ideas, right? So now, let's say an idea was dropped, right? And now you came late. Let's say you just woke up and then everybody is on an Eric trade. How do you know whether to still take the trade? Let's say this trade Eric drop, right? It was a buy stop. You're seeing it, there is a pending order. How do you know if you're still to go into this trade? Right? So you come and check. Has there been any update from Eric? Remember, it's Eric that dropped the trade. So you're looking for updates for Eric on what? The gold idea. So you're checking. Same thing for the Polo Vaso, but I'm using Eric as an example. So you're coming to check what's the update. Now look at what Eric says. Say delete the buy stop. Just realized I am too old for the week. I stopped trading here. See you all next week. So Eric he has this thing where sometimes he just drops 2 trades in a week, right? His win ratio is like 95%, right? So he sticks to that, his 2 trades in a week, and he's done. Even if you are taking only every trade alone, you will be profitable in GFO. Your monthly subscription and extra, right? So he says, so he has forgotten that he has already given us 2 trades. So he now dropped this one. So he was like, oh, delete it. So me now that I'm coming, I just woke up. I'm just coming and I'm seeing this trade. I need to come and check, okay, because it was dropped around 2 and I'm coming by, let's say, 3 or 4. I need to go and check. Has there been any updates on that trade? If I see the update, and after seeing the update, I now use my own strong head and enter that trade, I'm the one initiating losses for myself. Let me show you what I mean again, right? So this is another trade. This is instant execution. It says what? Buy now, right? And it was dropped in the morning by 7. Now, me personally, by 7, I'm praying. I'm not taking trades. That's facts, right? I'm not taking trades. So if Eric dropped this trade, this buy now, right? I'm definitely going to miss it. Now, let's say somebody like me now comes, right? And I want to take the trade. I'm going to check. Look at it says what? Running 70 pips in profit, set break even. This is at what time? 9. So let's say I come by 9 and I'm seeing this running 70 pips in profits. This was what actually happened to me. This was 2 days ago or so. So when I came by 9, I saw this update running 70 pips in profit, set break even. Now, I'm an experienced trader. I went to check the entry points, right? So if I was going to still take this trade, look at what he now wrote by 10 again. He said approaching 1:1. So because I'm late, because most people have already made 70 pips profit from this. Now, if I want to risk entering this trade, I'm not going to still risk my normal 2% per trade. I'm going to divide my 1% into 2, because majority of everybody has made money, like massive money. It's not small money, massive money, running 70 pips. 70 pips is not, if you took this trade with 0.1, you're already in 70 pounds profit. If you took it with 0.05, you're already in 35 pounds, right? So me, that I'm coming in, right, when I enter, I'm going to be in loss while every other person is in profit. So is that what you want to risk on yourself? Right now, I can do that because I understand what I'm doing. If you don't understand what you are doing, leave the trade alone. So it says what? Approaching 1:1 RR. Close little profit already and let the rest run. That's whatever you are risking. Let's say you risked 10 pounds. It was already giving you, right, 10 pound profit, and it's now making you more profits. Now it's now do TP1 smashed, right? So I risked very little on this trade because I knew I was already late to the trade. Everybody, I was already 7 pips up. So I risked little profit. Why? Because it has not gone to TP1. So I still wanted to take the trade and ride it to TP1. Because why? It was Eric. I know that Eric trade would at least do TP1. If not TP2, he must do TP1, right? So I reduced my risk. Why did I reduce my risk? I'm already late. Everybody have made like 70 pips. Why? How did I know? From the update on the idea, right? So you always want to look out for the updates. If you feel like you don't know what you're doing, when you want to go and take it, you will not know what to do. Abandon it. Right? But I'm telling you what I do. This call is to teach you what I do, because some people say, oh, they are not perfect. Like, these are little things you need to take note of. Most people don't look at the update, they just jump in. No, you want to take note of what has been occurring while you were not there. Now he says by 10:14 it was now TP1 smashed, right? So at TP1 smashed, most people had left the trade, right? And then the trade was still running, right? Remember, at 70 pips, he already told us to set break even. If you were not in this trade before before when he said this, you cannot break even. Why? Because you don't even have profit to break even on. It's people that took it that 7, around 7 where he dropped it. Me that is coming by 9 to take the trade, I can't break even. So I'm risking more now compared to people who were there. But because I'm okay with the little amount I'm willing to risk, I'm okay losing my £10, right? To get an extra 12 or 13 or 20, I'm at peace with losing my 10 to get 20. I'm now risking lesser than my normal risk. I get to TP1, I close my trade, right? Because it says TP1 smash, it will close on its own automatically because it's TP1, right? So people that put TP2, right, and are riding still, and then he says closing full here, 200 pips, right? So always look out for updates. This person, so 3 people you want to take their trade: Eric, Pips Machine, and Paulo Vaz. These 3 guys, those are the people you want to take. Anybody that is not these 3 people sending trade ideas, that's copy and paste trade ideas, please stay away. Stay away. Nobody say run away. Run away. Stay away. Not because they are not profitable. They don't have the high win ratio like these people do. It's not as if Eric has not hit SL before. Since I know, since Jeffrey is perception, I think Eric has not even hit SL like 5 up to 5 times. For me, that's a track record I want to follow. Right? So it's not like another person's trade idea cannot give you profit, but you want to follow sustainability and profit. When you talk about over time, something you can bank on. So that's the goal. I just have to talk about it because some people just take trade. Okay, look at this drop by Paulo Vaz earlier. Pips Machine dropped one earlier before Paulo Vazo. He dropped this a sell limit. Imagine I'm now coming, jumping on this sell limit without looking at the what? The update around this area market is valid, can be entered, approaching our entry. I've entered a small lot position here. SL move to 33. He's telling you things to do. Updates. SL move to 33.56. That's what break even. He showed you the chart here. Now, you might not know how to read this chart, but he's telling you what to do. That's update on Pips Machine trade. So now if I'm coming, I need to go and look for, okay, what the Pips Machine say. So Pips Machine is now saying all targets smash for gold, 850 pips bagged. There was a zero, this was a zero drawdown trade. So now that people have made money from it, all targets smashed. I'm now coming by whatever time I'm coming. I'm now seeing Pips Machine. I'm now trying to take it. Is it not loss that I'm going to bag for myself? It is because hello, we out. We are out. We were not there anymore. So you want to also take note of these things, right? So guys, that's what I just wanted to share you, because these are the little things that make people unprofitable. Not that you are seeing the pips there, the signals are giving. So if you're now encountering losses, it means that obviously you're doing something wrong, and you need to pay attention to what you are doing that is wrong, right? So if there was a SL hit, they'll write it there, SL hit, right? So if there was no SL hit, people are making money from that idea and you're not making money, you need to ask questions. What exactly am I doing? Why am I not getting this thing? So these are some of the little things that a lot of people fail to look out for when they take trades.